Hello everyone and welcome. Here's a new video on Willow, or alternatively Charlotte O'Hagan. For the past 13 years, I've dedicated whatever free time I could find to honing my English skills, and one of the practices that I sort of came up with is that I would jot down any new words and expressions, and then after checking the dictionary, I would write down the dictionary entries and example sentences and practice the pronunciation and the connected speech within the sentence. I started this practice because I wanted to grow my vocabulary, and I always enjoyed the sensation of inscribing words and letters on a piece of paper. But what was at first only a way to practice vocabulary sort of grew on me and became a sort of meditative activity, and now I feel like it's become an indispensable part of me, a part of who I am. Writing the entries and the example sentences, practicing the pronunciation of vocabulary items both in isolation and within a sentence, makes me feel like I'm striving towards something, like I'm improving, like I'm making good use of my time. It helps me reaffirm a part of my identity. It helps me prove to myself that by making the decision to study, I've become a hardworking, studious person. I've become someone who doesn't waste their time. Every day, by making the choice to study, to read, to research and to write, I prove to myself that I am not, for lack of a better word, useless. I prove to myself that I am what I want to be, a capable, active and useful person. Some time ago, I started having these anxiety-inducing dreams, not quite nightmares, in which English had left me. The blessing that I'd worked hard for had simply left me, and now I was absolutely useless. I had nothing to show for my hours and hours of reading, writing, listening and practicing. This made me wonder, what would I do if I lost my arm? Because if I lose my arm, I would also lose the beautiful cursive handwriting that I've been developing for the past 10 years. Losing my hand and getting hit in the head and losing my second language would not only cause physical trauma to me, it would mutilate my identity. It would take away from me my own self-image. It would forcibly turn me into a stranger to myself. Charlotte O'Hagan, also known as Willow, is a genius flow ritualist who we meet in the latest update of Reverse 1999. As a young flow ritualist, she spent day after day practicing her routine. She sacrificed all she had as a child and finally snatched away the Golden Son of Uluru competition. And then, it was all taken away from her. She lost a leg. Losing her leg not only took away from her a part of her body, it also shattered and mutilated her self-image. She was dealt a very cruel hand. Having competed on the Uluru stage, having experienced the thrill of dancing with a god, having made friends with Zulus, to soar so high into the sky and then quietly witness your wings being torn apart, perhaps it is no surprise that she couldn't let go of her dream. She couldn't let go of her identity as Charlotte O'Hagan, the genius flow ritualist. She spent the next decade relearning her routine step by step. She kept pushing forward out of a simple desire to reclaim her identity. She pushed through so many moments of self-doubt, rage, anxiety, exhaustion, pain, social isolation, embarrassment and terror.
Charlotte O'Hagan. That is the name of an excellent Uluru floor ritualist. Tooth fairy. Some kind of doctor, right? I think your prescription is a little fuzzy. I'm no athlete. I've only got one leg. This Charlotte has nothing to do with Willow. Just like I've nothing to do with the Uluru Games. Hands burnt by steam. It's a curse. Bumping into ghosts during the Samhain. Curse. Lost everything betting on the ponies. Each and every misfortune must surely be Willow's curse. Superstitious fools.
She persevered through so many quiet nights and warm days when her mind only told her one thing: that how embarrassingly incapable she had become, that she wasn't fit for it anymore. But no matter what, she just stayed her course and kept moving. And at the end, there came an answer.
Palest yellow turns to godly light. The sun births shadows, the moon shines bright. Luch, reborn from dark's embrace, I walk your path in sacred space. Life's end is death, but bones to life ascend. Luch, before me, from underworld I wend. Luch, gaze on me, I rise from shadows dark. Luch, heed me, your power impart, as you are me and I your counterpart.
To be clear though, she didn't do this alone. There were those who stayed by her side no matter how many times she lashed out or cursed. They stood behind her because they saw the good in her, when she could do nothing but tremble in rage or terror of what had become of her.
Charlotte? Get out!
Oh, you want to know why? What is that you want?
You're just here to brag about your achievements. Then congratulations! You've done the job!
I'd never thought of it that way.
As if they'd invite me to perform in an exhibition. Like I'm some kind of monkey to be gawked at in a zoo. It's ridiculous. Do I have to tell you it all, Caroline? How awful my life has been all these years? How people hate me? How my body has failed me? Does it satisfy your ego? I don't want to see you ever again.
Charlotte?
It's Willow. But what are you doing out here? You've got to move. Black fog is coming straight for you.
Ignore the noise. Eyes on the swan. It's only a tacky white swan, covered in soot. How ridiculous it looks now, wearing that false disguise. The poor thing, it must have been covered accidentally.
Miss Willow, why are you looking at that swan? It's dead.
Of course it's dead and gone. That's right. What kind of swan would want to be with something so ugly and stained? Of course it's ended up alone. Died alone. What else were you expecting? You didn't really believe that spread your wings and fly bollocks, did you?
Hello? Can you hear me, Miss Willow?
You ought to thank the black fog for lifting your illusion. Now you can see it rightly. You're not some special black swan that was born to greatness, you're nothing but.
Miss Willow, you... What's wrong with your leg?
But a cripple.
Come back for the paint.
Why? Why didn't you tell me about your...
You're much stronger than I thought, Miss Willow. If you allow me to address you as such.
Leave me be. I'm going home.
I'll walk you home. I got you. Miss Tooth Fairy and I was just chasing after the black fog, but I can walk you home first.
I just want to go home.
I'll go with you.
Flutter Page.
Huh?
Stop following me!
Miss Willow!
I just want to go home! I don't want you to follow me.
I think we all can learn quite a few things from the story of Charlotte O'Hagan. We can be inspired by her perseverance and persistence in the face of the most horrifying event that could happen to one, losing one's identity. But keep in mind that persistence and perseverance will only give you a chance at realizing your dream. There is no guarantee for success or happiness. There were perhaps thousands, if not millions, of other Charlotte O'Hagans out there who persisted but never made it. But perhaps it doesn't matter if we make it or not, if we get to leave these lands doing what we love. We also learned from her that asking for help, no matter how embarrassing or awkward it might feel, doesn't mean you have failed. It means you're refusing to give up.
I need to answer the door.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Update 2.3 of Reverse is out, and it's the Reverse that we all love and cherish, so I highly recommend you go and check it out for yourself. And have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you in another video.